Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Gonna talk something pretty interesting as a game that was banned by Steam. We don't know why it was banned. Will be released on GOG. It's not a game that I particularly have a lot of interest in, but this is a really good reason of why having multiple storefronts that are well received is a good thing. And Valve is a gigantic, and I should say Steam is a gigantic storefront, and sometimes you won't get everything released on there for whatever reason, even though, I mean, let's be real, Steam releases some wild stuff, so we'll talk about that. A bit of an update on Square Enix and multi-platform releases as well, which I'll get to in a little bit, that I find it rather interesting. It should have been something that they went down for a while, but we'll get to that in a little bit. But right off the top, the Compile Heart developed dungeon RPG Tokyo Clan Pool will be launching on PC via GOG worldwide on December 19th. The game has seemingly been banned on Steam. The PC version was initially planned to be available via Steam. However, East Asia Soft confirmed to Gamatsu that is no longer the case. They didn't actually give reason as to why that is. Now, this was a PlayStation Vita game, and I'm gonna be real. Looking at this game, it's not anything that I would personally play. It's like a first-person dungeon-crawling RPG. Looks like it's got, quite a lot of anime fan service. And you know what? If, that's the reason this game is gonna get banned, brothers, I got some news for you. All you need to do is go on the Steam store page, go to your new releases, and, if you scroll a little bit, you'll find some wild things being released on Steam. Let's just put it that way. Some of the games that are released on Steam, I'm like, bro, what is going on right now? What in the actual F is going on? So I don't really know how they came to a decision to not allow this game on Steam. I'm sure they have their reasoning, but it's going to be available via GOG, and we've been covering a lot of GOG recently. It is a great storefront that, they've got a lot of deals running right now as well. DRM free. Your boy actually got a copy of Ease 10 via GOG, so excited to jump into that as well. And, I'm not gonna say GOG is gonna be my primary storefront, but is it something I'm gonna have launch? And if there's a good deal, or if I find something that I want to play on there, yeah, you're damn right, I'll go check it out on GOG. It's a great storefront, and I think it's great that they found their own avenue to pop off to be I don't even want to say a competitor, just be in existence and be a compelling storefront without going the route of let's chuck a bunch of money at exclusives to get them exclusive to our storefront like one company did. I just don't think for the long-term standpoint that is the right route to go. Offering a storefront that people find is good, to offer another spot for a developer that got shunned from Steam for whatever reason to release their game, okay, now we're cooking. But again, this game really isn't something that I'm gonna get excited for, but the fact is, the idea of it finding a landing spot on GOG, I just think is the moral of the story and the better part of the story that you should look at. And, it being available is always a good thing. I just think games having availability is a good thing. Alright, speaking of availability, one company that has come to the stark realization that availability on multiple platforms may be a good idea is our boys over at Square Enix. Square Enix, as noted on Eurogamer, is looking to boost the availability and accessibility of its games by ensuring future releases are released simultaneously on different platforms. How about that, Square? You signed these exclusivity agreements with Sony. You had Final Fantasy 16 fake exclusive for a year. You have FF7 Rebirth fake exclusive for however long it's gonna be. And ultimately, it does negate the impact of those games. I think more and more people are coming to that realization. I'm not saying the PC version of Final Fantasy 16 would have done as well as the PlayStation 5 version. However, I think there would have been healthy sales numbers attached to it. I think there would have been healthy sales numbers attached to Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth as well. And talking to 4Gamer, Final Fantasy XIV producer and director Naoki Yoshida revealed Square Enix was looking to shift away from platform exclusivity, noting Square Enix titles will be released simultaneously on each platform more and more. Of course, we want you to play it a lot on other platforms as well, with in regards to Fantasia Neo Dimension, which will be coming to all platforms right out the gate. In the future, Square Enix titles will be released simultaneously on each platform more and more, but since this is close to the first release, we would like Xbox users to play it as well. Now, If this gets you excited and thinking that Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 will be a simultaneous release, I don't think that is going to be the case. I believe that Sony got an exclusivity agreement right off the rip for all 3 of those games to be timed exclusive. So that is very unfortunate, but what can you do, you know? I think timed exclusivity in this way is so bad. It's one thing where Sony is literally publishing a game, and a game wouldn't have come to fruition unless Sony was backing it or it's developed in-house. Like, I don't care about Epic Game Store getting behind Alan Wake 2, funding it, and then releasing it as an Epic Game Store exclusive. Totally fine with that, because Epic Game Store is literally, or I should say Epic Games is facilitating the creation of that game. If Sony is facilitating the creation of a game, they are free to do whatever you want. Do you think Sony facilitated the creation of Final Fantasy VII Remake? No, they did not. That would have happened regardless. At least I assume it would have happened regardless. I assume Final Fantasy 16 would have happened regardless. What Sony does is they chuck a bag of money at Square Enix. Square looks at the money and they're like, all right, we'll take the money. And then they make the game a timed exclusive. And it's very advantageous for them, at least from their standpoint. What they thought when signing those deals is that, hey, PlayStation is the primary platform anyway. The bulk of the users buy the game on PlayStation. We're not really losing out on anything. Sony's giving us a bag. Let's go the timed exclusive route. And in theory, that's a good idea. In theory, it would be a good idea if PC gaming wasn't growing exponentially like the way that it is. Look at something like Metaphor Ray Fantasio. That game came out, received incredibly well, but the PC version of that game had very healthy numbers. 85,000 concurrent players. That's damn near what Dragon Age the Veilguard peaked at 89,000, and Veilguard is the type of game that you would totally associate more so with PC gaming than with a Metaphor ReFantasio. Like, Metaphor is the type of game that you would think wouldn't do very well on PC, but we're seeing that trend shifting, and as it's shifting, you should be bringing those games to PC very quickly. Xbox, I'm sorry, I just don't, like, Fantasia Neo Dimension, I hope you do well on Xbox, but I just don't think it will. I think it'll do fine on PC. That's a smaller scale game anyway, but Final Fantasy 16 I think would have done exceedingly well if it was launched day one. Same with FF7 Rebirth. Once you wait a year, once you wait 16 months, the bloom is off the rose, so to speak. The game isn't at the level that it could have been. The initial interest of a single-player game, that's where the bread is at. That is where you are getting your, the bulk of the attention. Look at Black Myth Wukong, look at all of these games that come out, and ultimately they fall off, but that's the natural course of gaming. You can't be dropping an FF16 16 months later on PC and expecting it to crack, you know, 200,000 concurrent players or 100,000 concurrent players. I believe it peaked at, what, 40,000? Like, that's a fine number for a 16-month delayed release, but FF16 launch day on PC, I truly believe that would have hit like 100,000 easily at 100,000, and not only are you negating initial sales of the game, but you are effectively lessening the appeal of the IP. You aren't giving the IP a chance to grow. Why aren't you releasing it on PC so more people can be exposed to it? Because there are some people that FF16 is a big enough game to draw them to the PlayStation 5. Ultimately, Square Enix doesn't even care about that, since they're about making their IPs the biggest, but they're just taking that initial bag from Sony and negating their franchise is actually growing. I'm not saying Final Fantasy would be this enormous IP if it was getting day-and-day PC releases, but I'm saying it'll do better, and maybe we'll have less of, oh, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth didn't meet expectations. Oh, FF16 didn't meet expectations. Like, if you're doing exclusivity deals, what are your expectations? The expectations are crazy, but you guys get what I'm saying. But that'll do it for me. Again, Tokyo Clanpool will be launching for PC worldwide via GOG, as it's banned on Steam, and Square Enix is looking to do more multi-platform releases. Probably not with FF7 Remake Part 3, but hopefully, you know, in this lifetime, if Final Fantasy 17 comes out, that'll be day one on PC. And hopefully they get better and better with their PC versions as well. That'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. As always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate it if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.